Hi there. Welcome to Monetize Your Business podcast conversations in partnership with FNB. We bring you yet another fantastic conversation today. Today, we are delving into the business of travel. We all love a good holiday. We all love to see something new and different. And what better way than to get an entrepreneur within that industry to unpack it for us? Today, we have got Nkhensani Masuluke, who's going to be joining us for an in-depth conversation about his journey and about business of travel. But you know how we do. Before we get to our guest conversation, I am not flying this plane on my own. I've got my very well-trusted co-pilot with me, Papa Biz. Hi.
Hi, yes, it's good to be here, and I'm looking forward to this conversation. I'm currently delving into a book that details a lot around branding and building yourself, and I know you've also got experience within the PR and media space, so I'm actually looking forward to this conversation.
Welcome.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's lovely to have you. I think maybe let's get to know a little bit more about you. I know there's a story behind your name. Maybe you can start us off there, and then we can look into a little bit about where you come from.
Okay. So, actually, I have 5 names.
Yo,
5.
Yeah, 5
Jeez,
names, but
okay.
they can't all fit in the
ID.
ID.
Yes.
So there's only 3 on the ID.
Wait,
Yeah.
firstborn.
No, that's another.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, I'm a middle child, so identity crisis somewhere there as well because I'm the last son, but there's my younger sister who's the last born, and then now I must be the last son and be the older brother to her, and it's all confusing. So that's why there's all these names and all that.
Yes.
But yeah, I think in all that confusion and identity crisis, I find, solace and meaning. That makes me who I am. So I was born and bred Mamelodi.
Just in mums.
Yeah, just here around the corner. I come from a very religious background. So it was very tough because I'm not a religious person, had all these questions growing up, just changing how people think and perspective, how the way of doing life. And I think my parents did a very good job in terms of giving me the foundation, but also what I commend them for is allowing me to be myself. Even though they gave the foundation, it is very important for that. So grew up in Mums, schooled in Pretoria, did my high school in Pretoria, even my college in Pretoria. So I'm actually tired of Pretoria.
Listen to this guy.
But then while growing up, it was a very challenging place, growing up, given, both my parents are pastors. So navigating through life as a PK, society has a certain expectation. You have your own dreams. Your parents have dreams for you. So it was very challenging. But as a middle child, because, middle kids are always overlooked or they think you're okay or whatever. But I had to fight to be seen. I had to fight to get what I want. I remember there was one time where my little sister actually cried and say, they treat me as if I'm the last born. I'm like, dude, if I don't do that, so if you don't cry, you're not recognized.
Exactly.
So I think all my life I've had that cry to want to be recognized, to want to be seen.
Yeah.
And then I knew that if I don't fight for it, it will never happen. So as a result, throughout my school, throughout my working career, it has challenged people, and it has got me fired. No, definitely it's got me fired. I remember there was this one time I was told, don't come back tomorrow. We don't need people like you here. That's how I was fired.
Wow.
What was the reason? Is it because you were outspoken?
Yeah, I think it's because of what it was. One, it was because I am outspoken. 2, it was also because I believed in me and always protecting me and the interests of me.
Okay.
So I voiced out whenever I see that I am being mistreated.
Yes.
In fact, I wasn't fired because of I couldn't do the job. In fact, I was told, wow, exceptional work. We're so happy with the work that you did. But I guess it was an attitude problem, if you want to put it that way. And I think because of that, I mean, even if you look at my CV, there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of short-term employment because people could not embrace the person that I am. I come across as a threat at times. And the best way for me to be able to be myself was to go entrepreneurial.
And do your own thing.
Do my own thing in my own way. But also, I think in terms of my career, there's a lot of lessons that I learned because I'm a people's person. I like people. And I wouldn't want anybody working for me to go through the experiences that I went
Through.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I think it was a learning curve. It was necessary. So growing up like that, going through that phase in my career, then I ended up studying a business, which is actually my wife's brainchild.
Oh, wow.
It's my wife's brainchild. And then, so what we used to do actually is that, before we got married, when we were engaged, we used to travel.
Okay.
Lovely.
So the rule was we travel once a year.
Okay.
And even if it's going to be fun and all games, but we're doing it with purpose.
Okay.
You know, so in the first few days, there's stuff that we'll do, but in the middle of the vacation, we will have what I call a reflect and prepare dinner.
Okay.
We reflect on the past and then we prepare for the future.
Wow,
So
look,
what
that is
happened
brilliant.
so what happened in the past year? What were your failures? What are your challenges? Okay, cool. What can you learn from that? And then cool. Now moving forward, now that becomes the second part of the vacation.
Okay.
To say, okay, cool. We've dealt with the past. We've seen our mistakes. We see where we can grow.
Yes.
And then, but now we are preparing for the future. These are the goals that I want to achieve.
Wow.
This is what I want to fix from my past mistakes.
Okay.
And then we did that for a good 3 years, and we're like, no, man, actually, we could actually sell this to people. You know, so that's where the idea of having a travel agency that is focused on family, actually.
Oh, it's focused on family.
Yeah, our target primary. Our primary target market is actually families.
Wow, look at that.
And I think one of the reasons for that is because being the person that I am, a man intact with his emotions, understanding love languages and all those things, we never had a vacation growing up.
Yes.
You know? And then when my wife came in and introduced this vacation thing, I was like, no. That's actually, if we can build a concept around this where people can, you know, sort of like hit the reset button.
Yes.
You know, so that's actually what Kyros Travel Agency is about.
Okay. And the name is Kyros, right?
The name is Kyros, yeah. It's a Greek word which actually means an opportune moment or an opportune time.
Oh, wow.
And that for me speaks volumes in a sense that it's a very busy world. We are all busy chasing our dream. We're busy, you know, chasing the money, you know, busy trying to build a life. And we don't get time to rest.
Yes.
We don't get time to reflect. So Kyros Travel Agency is actually there to create the opportune moment.
Okay.
Sometimes people think they can't even afford to travel.
True. Yes, there is that perception.
Yeah. So some of our value propositions is that we tailor make our packages in a way that it is affordable to your day to day person. I mean, we have payment plans as well.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. So you can just put your deposit there and then there's a payment plan so that it's not a heavy burden. You know, I don't think a lot of travel agencies do that. You know, they just say, hey, that's this much, you pay this. And where you going to get? So a lot of people think, I don't have money to travel, you know? So, but then it's not necessarily about that people need to travel or whatsoever. But for us, it's about creating that experience of rest, reflecting and preparing, because family is at the core of what we want to do.
It's interesting you talk about it that way. You know, when I think about how it was growing up for ourselves, we were a family of three. I was the eldest in the family. And with my parents, if I look back, my father, the idea of traveling was completely anathema to him. It was, we'll go and visit family. So, okay, cool. Now we're leaving Kimberley and we're going to Pretoria because we're going to your uncle's house. Or we're leaving here and wherever we're going to some aunt or uncle's house. That was the idea of travel. And then when we were together, especially after varsity, and we'd go to different places, he'd often ask, what is this traveling for?
What are you going to do there?
What are you people going to do there? No, you people must work. You people must work.
Yeah.
And it was funny is that only like years later, I remember we actually took a trip together as a family. Was it around the Christmas period and to the Drakensberg? And he was just so...
Oh, he loved it. Yeah.
It was the very first time where he was like... Then say, hey, you children, where are we going next year?
Yeah.
So like what you're talking about, it comes to that element where, for family just to be able to rest. But I like how, the way you position it in terms of also reflecting and then also looking for the way forward. Okay, it's very good.
Yeah.
Why do you feel that it's important for families to travel and go on holiday together? Because often at times when people think of travel, they'll sometimes often think of themselves or maybe just traveling with friends. But why do you think that traveling together as family is such an important thing?
Well, growing up, like I said, we never used to travel, and then we would just, look, we were very isolated, given our religious theme or background. And you see, with religion, there's a lot of restrictions that come, certain hairstyles were a sin.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, this one.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
really? It's a no-no.
It was a no-no back then, but yeah. So the only travel, I think like you, the only travel that I had growing up was like church conferences. So the conference, if this year it's in Mpumalanga, next year it will be in the Eastern Cape.
The church conference.
Yeah, that's the only travel. And I used to look forward to that.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because it's something different.
Yeah.
Away from the house, away from the environment.
But then when we came back, you obviously you go and you play with other kids. You talk, you find out where they've been, and then hey, dude, they were at Durban, they were at Cape Town, they were at the Drakensberg or wherever, and then they got to enjoy the nature, this beauty, this God that we hear about in conferences. They went and experienced it. And then I think that also planted a seed for me. But then one thing that I've also realized, so I'm going to link it to my background and my way of thinking and how I was brought up. And I'll make reference to the Bible because that's the only reference I can make given my background. God really worked hard in making sure that this universe is what it is today, but he did have a day of rest.
Yes, 100%.
And rest is an activity.
Yes, yes.
An activity that when growing up, I did not really get to understand because when the schools closed, we still go. We didn't go to holiday to rest.
Yeah.
We went into ministry, into church, and that meant another type of work.
Another type of work.
Yeah. Until in 2016, 2016, I met a couple of guys. They did ministry in a very different way. That was the first time I did missionary work outside of South Africa. So we traveled to Zambia.
Oh, wow.
But we did that through a road trip kind of vibe.
Okay.
So I didn't fly there. And so even though, and I think that is what actually also planted the seed, to actually love travel and love nature. So even though we did the missionary work for the 7 days, the remainder of the days was about appreciating nature.
Okay.
That's fantastic.
And, just standing there, being at awe and understanding that this God that we're talking about, this religion that we are pursuing, this is his work. These are his hands, and I think from there, that's the seed was planted as well, that work, or rather life, is about balance.
Yes.
We need to work,
Yes.
but we need to rest.
Yes.
And rest is an activity that each and every human being needs to indulge in, because it's sort of like a reset button where you come back, you are refreshed, you've got new goals, and then you are able to continue to conquer the world. Yeah.
If I can ask, and then as you've been going with your business, how long has it been? How have you gone about also finding customers?
It's very difficult. I won't lie. I mean, structures are there, systems are there, everything works. All you need is people to come and say, "Hey, I want to go."
Yeah.
So it's very difficult to actually get people. I think one of the first things is because of my target market, and also because I want people, from where I come from, to also experience that rest.
Yes.
It becomes difficult because there hasn't been any education. Travel has been sort of like idolized, or not idolized, but it has been portrayed or as a thing for rich people.
True. So we all think, we can't afford.
Yeah, so we
Yeah.
think we can't afford, and when particularly for our black brothers and sisters, there was a saying that was going on back in the days that, no, in December, the rich travel to Paris and America, and we go home to the Bundus.
Yeah.
To go check our family. That's like, so I wanted to, create a space where, with those family members,
Yes.
you can still have that experience of travel,
Okay.
and then make it affordable,
Yes.
and also experience, I remember there was this one time, I don't know the name of the chap, but when he was up and well and he had money, he took both his grandmothers from both the father and the mother side. They've never been on a plane before.
Wow.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah.
They went on a plane, they went to Cape Town. They saw the sea for the first time.
That is
Oh, look at that.
amazing.
That
It's so
was-
special.
It is,
Yeah.
So I think that there's also this, mindset that I'm trying to break as well through this, that, travel is affordable, and that travel is necessary. It's rest is an activity that we need to indulge in so that we can, hit the reset button
Yes.
and then go back there and try and achieve our goals.
Yes.
Tommy, I wanted to check, because I know you had experience previously, over a decade experience within the media PR space. Is there anything that you have been able to take from that type of experience, that lessons where you now look and apply in your business?
No, definitely. I mean, public relations is about storytelling. And at the end of the day, we want to create stories that will have memories,
Yes.
that will be in the history books of your lineage or of your family. And what a better way to do that than to go out from what you know and experience the beautiful land that we have as South Africa, because it will create memories.
Okay.
It will create stories. Something might happen along the way. You'll get a puncher, and then, I don't know, but that creates stories. So public relations is about creating stories for brands so that people can relate with them. But I think travel is experiencing the very stories that you hear other people talk about, being in the middle of it. So there's a lot of what I take from my, academia, and also from the experience in terms of the different brands that I've worked with. There's different stories that I used to tell.
Yes.
What type of brands have you worked with?
Brands. Poof. In PR, you can work with 10 brands at the same time.
Oh, wow.
So it's a lot. But just to name a few, but also maybe just to say that although I studied in PR, but my experience within the media landscape is actually in media monitoring.
Okay.
I'm not sure if you know what that is, but in a nutshell, media monitoring is like the backbone of PR. So how public relations people how they prove their work or their return on investment is through media monitoring. So what media monitoring does actually is that you monitor a specific brand, how well they are performing in the media, and how the reputation in terms of sentiment, the media coverage that they're getting, is it positive, is it negative, how many people is it reaching, all that.
brilliant.
And then behind that, through media monitoring, you are able to give recommendations to say, look, you need to, and that's where the PR element comes in through media monitoring. So you're able to say, look, guys, in the past few months, you've been getting negative coverage, and the reason for the negative coverage is based on, let's say, nepotism. You've been in the news for saying that you are hiring only people that are in the family or whatever, but as a recommendation, you need to change your your hiring principles. You need to then own the narrative as well. Call these journalists when you're doing hiring processes. Let them see that So it's
debunk.
So all that at the back, in the back of your head, while you do that, you are able to learn, quite a lot in terms of how families can operate, how families can be successful, because it gives you an analytical eye. And one thing from all that, one thing that I've observed and one thing that I have learned, even through COVID times, is that family is important.
100%. It's the glue.
Family is the glue. In family is the place, family is the grade one of life. It's the grade one of life. It is through family where you learn how to interact with people. It is from family how you learn how to treat people that are your superiors, and also how people that are under your level. It is through family where you learn how to share what is yours. It is through family how you learn how to sacrifice.
Yes.
So, however, linking it back to the travel experience, a lot of families are suffering for a whole lot of reasons. But having this reset button through travel,
very important to the reset,
can help.
Yes.
In terms of bringing balance within society as a whole.
Yes, absolutely.
I wanted to check just before you ask. We get a lot of entrepreneurs that we'll engage with, and from a media perspective, they'll be thinking how I can get onto the media, and I don't know anybody, and so they don't even think about it. When you look back, what type of benefits exist for the small businesses to get themselves into some form of media, and when media possibilities, and when you look back, are there ways that they should be considering looking into doing it that perhaps they don't even know anything about?
I hope I don't sound like a stuck record, because I'm going to bring it back to family.
Okay.
All right. And I say family because life is relational.
Yeah.
It's about relationships.
Yeah.
There's a whole lot of people that are talented, people that have ideas that can change the world, but we don't know about those ideas because they don't know the right people. So it meaning they don't have the right relationships.
Okay.
So relationships are currencies. They can actually buy what money can buy, but over and beyond that, they can also buy what money cannot buy.
Okay.
Because through relationships, you can get the right connections, the right people, to be able to get your idea into the media space and all that. And I say that because the media monitoring in the PR space is a very small industry.
Oh, really?
It's a very small.
No, for those of us who are outside, we have no idea. We just get
everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
So if you mess up with one person, everybody knows everybody.
Okay.
So it's a very also very monopolistic.
Okay.
I see guys, and maybe that's also why. Look, I love PR and media monitoring. I mean, I like the concept of it and what it can do.
Yeah.
You know, but here am I in the travel space. Why am I not entrepreneurialing into the space of that? Because it's a very small industry and it's very hard to go in.
Yes.
And it's based on the relationships. So I think what I can say to your question is that what is important is, as far as it's up to you, don't burn bridges.
Okay.
Build the relationships. With the many relationships that I've had within the media and PR spaces, like I recently shared the story of how I got fired. You know, it was well in my rights to go to the CCMA and expose people, but I didn't do that because at the back of my mind, I thought one day I am going to, particularly because this industry is so small,
Yes.
I am going to need
Paths
be
will cross
able,
again.
paths will cross again.
Okay.
You know, so relationships are very much important, and relationship are the backbone of everything that we do in this world. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, but even this setup is possible because there's a relationship somewhere that makes it possible.
Tell me something, often at times when we build businesses out of a passion or a necessity that we see, we sometimes struggle to then marry that passion with profit. In other words, bringing the necessary business skills or principles to actually grow the business. What are some of the biggest business lessons that you've learned in growing this business?
That is a very tough and realistic
Yeah.
thing that you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very tough and realistic thing that you're saying. I think the first thing that I learned, and this is my experience, I think it might be different for other people, but in my experience, now it's going to sound like I'm being contradictory, but in my experience, whenever you're going into a business space or you want to be entrepreneurial, first lesson that I learned very hard is that your friends and your family are not your clients.
Yes.
Do not build a business with the mindset that I know my uncle is rich or my auntie there, they will support me. No. So get away from that. Your friends will want you to give them family and friends discounts.
True.
You know, so yeah, so that's the first hard lesson that I learned, and then I had to restructure from there. I had to then go back and talk within myself and look at the business and look at how it's structured and actually try understand who is my target market, who am I looking for, and then also I think also another thing is value. Because the thing that wants us to go back to family and friends is because we are not producing something of value. It's like, support me because you know me.
Yes.
That's also another problem.
Not because I'm providing something valuable.
But if you are going to provide something that is of value, somebody that comes from the United States that does not even know who you are, but because of what you are producing, they will support you because you are producing value that they need at the time that they need it.
Okay.
I mean, with it is, for example, in the travel space, like I said, where I come from and with the people that I'm with, and what inspired me to start this is that a lot of people think travel is expensive, they can't afford it. My family involved, my friends involved. So already they're asking for what? Family and friends discount.
Exactly.
You know? So, but there are people that have been traveling, that understand the importance of traveling, and that have a need of traveling, and it's people that I don't know. Cool.
Yes.
So then that's one of the challenges, but also you turn the challenge into an opportunity to say, okay, cool. How do I then restructure my messaging? How do I then package this thing without saying that, no, I'm doing this for my sister because I know that she'll support me. Then now you've got a broader target audience that you're focusing on. And once you do that, and you also start treating the people that are around you in that manner, they also come to the party.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because now they're no longer supporting you because they know you and where you come from.
Yes.
But they're supporting you because there is value in what you're offering.
What you're
And
offering.
they've tried it somewhere else.
Yes.
And they can see that, no, actually you. And then when they come, they're like, we can't even ask for discount because where we come from, and it was cheaper.
Yeah.
It wasn't of the same value.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
And now we understand that value.
Yes.
So I think that is also a value proposition is very important
100%.
as an entrepreneur, because you might I'll do an example with maybe like saying a hair salon.
Okay.
You might go past every day, you see, oh, this guy is situated there. He has like a hair salon, and then it's packed there, and you think, hey, I'm gonna do a hair salon just next to him. I'll do the same thing, but you do not know how he came about that, and you don't understand the value that he brings.
Yes.
You know,
You're just trying to
you'd
replicate.
find that with him, because of the value proposition that he has, there's people from Silver Lakes going to Mamelodi.
Yes,
Because of
that
the value. Not they don't even know
100%.
this person.
Yes.
It's because of the value that you provide. So as an entrepreneur or somebody that's starting a new business, I think the first thing is, don't think that your friends and family are going to support you. Secondly, create value. Even if you're going into a space that has been tampered into, or has been, people have been gone into that space. What needs to separate you from the people that are already in that space is the value that you'll bring. Show your potential clients what value are you bringing that they will not get from the next person.
Yeah.
Okay.
Once you create that value, then you're gone.
I love that. And that's really the key to a proper sustainable business.
Yeah.
Is having value. Sure, such fantastic nuggets that you've really shared with us today. Let me throw the ball to your court, Papa Biz, because we've really learned so much from Kensani today. What are the nuggets that are standing out for you?
Well, the clearest one that's come out for me, it's something that often look to get across, is that your business really has started once you stop targeting your friends and family. When you get the psychology out of your mind of guys come and support me, then you realize, now I actually need to be figuring out what message am I sending to the market about the value that actually exists with either my product or my service. Because if you don't have confidence in the value that you have available, you'll always be talking about come and support me. That's not how business works. Now, the way business works is that people see something that's of value, and then they'll spend their money there. And you need to find a way to be able to communicate that. So I really enjoyed that coming from you. It was another timely reminder about that. So thank you for that.
Fantastic. Tell me, if somebody has listened to this conversation, enjoyed it, love the value that you are bringing through your business, how can they get in touch with you?
Okay, so as an entrepreneur, you've got a whole lot of challenges. In terms of setting up as well. But at least there's some hurdles that I was able to go over. So we do have an email address that they can reach us at. It's info at Kyros Travel.
How do you spell Kyros?
Kyros is Kairos, the way you say it. Kyros. Not the Egypt one.
Yeah.
So it's with a K. Kyros with a K. So it's info at kairos.co.za. And then cell phone number and WhatsApp is 076 022 4091.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
And we also on Facebook and TikTok at Kyros Travel.
Okay. Nice.
Great. I've thoroughly enjoyed today's conversation. I think for me, the biggest takeaway is just having that core purpose for which your business exists. And I love how much you have emphasized family being at the core and center of your business. And I think sometimes we don't actually think about, but why does it exist? What are we looking to achieve? Who are we actually looking to serve here? What is the outcome that we're looking to get out of this? Instead of just being another business, what is differentiating us? And I think you've done such a good job in being able to distill, and even just that family value of reflecting on the past and planning for the future. I think that's absolutely brilliant. Yeah.
Good.
So thank you so much for today's conversation. It's been such a pleasure connecting with you.
No, thank you.
Awesome. Monetizers, that brings us to the end of today's podcast conversation. Please share with us in the comment section down below what stood out for you. What was your aha moment? We would love to hear from you. Don't forget to plug into all of our social media platforms. It's at Monetize Your Business. There you'll also be able to see when we are next coming to an area near you for one of our physical workshops. Until our next podcast conversation. Bye-bye.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.